Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. 8-Bits here with a wonderful Sunday. Yeah, you're first, Homeless. I appreciate it. And, Homeless, you are first with the Sophie treat. You beat out everybody with it. And here she is. You're going to give her the first one?
Hello
Excellent.
there. Hello there.
What?
Hello there. Another happy landing.
Hello there. Welcome in, Jeepin. Jeepin, you're up really early. And let me do a couple things. Let me get some music going. And on this screen, I saw the screen alerts, but I need to move it. So let me move it. There we are. All right. Let me switch over. Home. Oops. All right. So yesterday I was having a whole bunch of problems with my Stream Deck, right? Well, I changed the USB port. I moved the wire around. I now moved the Stream Deck from the left side of my desk to my right side. And I'm naturally reaching over with my left hand, and there's nothing there anymore. So let me do this time. There we are. All right. But yeah. So what did I do yesterday, right? After stream, I went out, started messing around with the Jeep in the garage, and I installed a GMRS base radio into the Jeep. What that is this thing. It's right here. Right. So I installed the base radio. I had to do the wiring through the dash, make it run up through the wall here. You can see some of the wire right here, right? And connect it. But now we have a GMRS base radio. And what GMRS is, it's a higher frequency. You actually need a license to be able to broadcast on it, which I have and a lot of other members of the off-road group have, because it's what we use to communicate with each other while we're on the trails. So that is all done. And today I get to install some mounting stuff up on the top here, and I'm super looking forward to it. Jeepin, for yesterday, for our anniversary, got me the mounting system. So it benefits us both, because my Jeep is the one we normally take on all the trips, right? So it'll be good. It'll hold the phone, more secure. It'll be able to hold a tablet, which we use for the maps. It'll be great. So I'll be doing that today. But yeah, it was a lot of fun trying to get this all hooked up and working properly. And I already have it assigned to a channel that I use. Right. So why are you up so early, Jeepin? Can't sleep? All right. You don't know? Yeah. For gaming, I didn't play a game at all yesterday. I know. I thought about it. I was like, oh, I wanted to play like Satisfactory or something else, right? But I didn't game at all. I'll probably at some point today I'd like to game. I just don't know when. So after stream, I'm gonna go install the mounting system. Then I'll come back in. I'll probably game a little bit then, and we are going out later this late afternoon into the evening. We're gonna go to a park, and it happens to be the one that we got married at last year, and we're gonna go there, see the place because it's been a year, and then we're gonna go have some dinner. So looking forward to that. All right. And as always, don't forget you can join the web whiteboard and come in here and draw and or put stuff in for game design, right? So like we'll talk about some stuff. I'll probably have it over here on the left, and it'll be good times. All right. Let's drop over to our regular one. All right, there we are. That should be working. Can't wait to go there. Plus some good barbecue. Yeah, we're going to a really, it's a really good barbecue place for dinner, and I can't wait. So yesterday I did get a little bit of game design done in the evening. I was working on some shop stuff for the witch. I did continue work on the trees, so now we have one object for the grasslands. But I think today we're going to try to fix the error I ran into yesterday with the shop, right? And I think we need some different music. Somehow it got onto what Pretzel calls the Fortnite channel. I'm not really sure I like it. D7, welcome in. Yeah, we'll switch it to a Dungeon and Dragon music channel, and we'll see if we like that one. All right. Also for GameMaker, if you haven't noticed, there's been some changes going on with the. Let me find it. Oh, did I already close it? Let me get it back up. Hold on. Okay, so let me find that link. This is GameMaker has also put out their Discord SDK setup, right? So you can there. That is GameMaker Discord SDK link to bring you to this channel. And let me find the releases one. There he is. Okay. GameMaker has now officially put out their versions, right? And it's there's only 4 now. So you have LTS, long-term stable, you have the monthly one, you have the beta one, and the GMRT. The Steam version is no longer going to be supported, as well as some of the other versions. So the link for this one is right here. And then the only other one that I got for updates this morning on it was GM's screen tearing. You got to turn on the synchronization stuff with it. It's just one of those things with it, and they now almost always require that on if you're running into screen tearing, right? And it's that little line that crosses in here. So you always want to make sure that is now turned on. And it shows you how to go about doing it, right? All right. Let's do this. And so, yeah, yesterday I did spend some time. I made a new object for creating the trees inside the grasslands. We're going to do that again for the marsh at some point. But I was working on the store for the witch, and I was running into some problems, but I think I'm closer to it. So we're going to run it and test it so I can re-see what the issue was. I don't quite remember the error message. All right, let me put this somewhere here. Okay, my notes. So I did make a debug button that you could hit, and when you go there, you're like 3 times as fast. So it's like super zoom, right? A little hard to control, actually. All right. I need the witch to show up, so we have to make it nighttime. I have a debug button for that, so it is now nighttime. And the witch showed up. So, we'll go through here. We'll get the conversation to switch over to the options. Here we are. We have chit chat, shop, or leave. So we're going to choose shop. And there we are. We still have to fix the portrait is a little off. The player's portrait's okay. But it's when I went to go buy an item. Yeah, here. Just like that. I ran into a error. And the error... execution error. Variable this. Variable item. Global bar. Keep inventory. Okay. So... let's think about that. Why is it calling or looking for the barkeep inventory? I think it's because it buy items, right? Here was hard coded into the barkeep inventory. I think we're just going to rewrite this. So we need it to be function buy item slot. We want store inventory equals global barkeep inventory. Variable item store inventory. There. Now I have those connected. If our item is undefined, return. We're going to keep that. Item data, item cost. Item. Yeah, that is correct. Then we have if can afford cost. I think we're right there. Show debug message. Yep. return if player. Okay, so if player, let me add some lines here. If player inventory, add item, item data, spend copper, we item quantity. If item quantity is this, okay, I think everything else is just racked. I don't think we need to change anything else. I think it was just up here. All right, we're gonna try it. Let's run it. And why did my GameMaker just resize him? That's weird. All right. So, what is everybody up to this morning? I know Jeepin says she can't sleep. All right, we need it to be nighttime. Yeah, and was it yesterday? Well, it may have been over the week. I added tones for the text as it goes across the screen. So there's two different tones. One is for the NPCs and one is for the player. All right. I don't think that worked. So we're going to need to fix that. All right. We adjusted it here, right? So now I think we need to go into object Seraphia store, go to the step event, and we need to find where it says like buy item, and we need to change that. I don't know why I just looked through the code instead of doing a search for it, but you know, it's all right. I want buy item. Let's see, Seraphia store line 21, and there it is. Okay, so we're gonna change that to add in our global for the inventory. Global dot Seraphia inventory. There we go. All right, those are done. And let's try it. Okay. Let's run super fast. And we'll start that conversation. There's our shop. Bye. All right. So that worked. We were able to buy a potion. And we bought our lesser forest remedy. Why are they doubling up? Right? You'll need. So our items here are doubling. All right, let's escape. Let's hit I. Am I having the issue here? No. I think the inventory system is just double drawing itself. All right, so what? Let me open up the store again. Okay. Does it? I only have it one over here. All right, so it's not on the NPC's store. It is occurring on the player one, and I bet I have two of them overlapping each other. At least that's what I think it is, right? So, how do we think we want to do it? All right. If Seraphia Store draws it, it's drawing one set of inventory. And I think object inventory draw event. All right, let's think about this. We got some unreachable code, or it looks like it might be. I'll have to figure that out. But if I'm looking for inventory store, all right, so we want, this is a if. I know I had it as this instance exists. OBJ. I think it was just inventory store. 142. All right. So here, we are saying open hovered. Okay. So we have it already set in my inventory, but I think it's being called again inside Seraphia's store, right? So if we go to Seraphia's store, we need to do the same thing, basically, but for here, we're going to add in a slightly different check to it. All right, let's do this. And this one, nope, that it wasn't it. All right, so inventory, if object or if it does not exist, we got barkeep, we have hovered selected. If hovered item all right, I don't see it, but let's retype this. If instance exist to object, if I can spell this morning, inventory store. The only is showing me. Oh, okay. I think I know what I need to do. It doesn't need to be in here. I don't have the line of it if instance does not exist in here, but I do have it here and I need to change it. So this is where I do need to change it. Right here. What we're going to do is we're going to add in a check. And let's do instance exist object Seraphia store. Let's try that. And the more I think about it, I don't think that's really going to work. It didn't really do anything. It's coming from the player side. No, maybe it did. All right, let's buy that. No. All right, it did fix. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right. We need to change what is this called? This is my character portrait. So let's close that. Object Seraphia store. On here? No. NPC Seraphia. Here's the portrait. Let me look at her portrait because I may have make sure I have the sprite set first. So resources, sprites, NPCs, move this. Okay. It is a correct size. So what that is telling me is I have it scaled. I gotta find I think I made it like variable BK scale. We need to find that, and we're just gonna make that a little bigger. Yeah, right here. Variable BK scale. We're gonna make that a 0.75 and see what that looks like. All right, let's run it real quick. All right. We'll do this. I think our portrait's still just a little small. But I think it's okay still. Let's just make it. We'll do it one more time. Let's do 1. Where am I in? Oh, I'm in my debugger. Close that. Store. Let's just go to 1. There it is. It always takes OBS a moment to see this. And the reason I said earlier about the screen tearing is I was seeing some of the little screen tearing when I was moving this quick on things. Especially going up and down, I saw the little line. And I was like, oh, I need to look it up. And sure enough, they updated how they needed it done to fix it. All right. I think that's fine, right? So now we'll buy that. Cool. And we'll make it daytime again. She goes away. Grasslands. I want to check the sheep quest. So a visitor, inspected lab. Yep, checked. Sheep shears. Okay. So we need to go to the harbor area and try to find the sheep shears. And I made baby sheep. Oh, I don't have any boundary over here. Okay. Do I have it up here? Yeah. There we are. All right, so now you pick up a Gleb's Lost Shears. You got to take it back to him. Baby sheep. Yeah, look at the baby sheep. So what are you up to this morning, homeless? Baby sheep, baby shark. Yeah. Oops. All right, so you find the sheep shears. You bring it back to Gleb. He finishes them up, right? So take him to the blacksmith. He needs to sharpen them. All right. So we'll run around this way. I think I can. Oh, I got some weird layering going on there. I'm here. Need something? Just interact. Come back. Oh, okay. All right. If we trying to shear the sheep, I don't know where. What? I'm having a brain fart on what it is I need to happen here. I think the adult sheep need to say press E to shear, right? Because if I think if I just hit E, I'm pretty sure it's just going to shear the sheep. And it did. The wool is gone, right? So now you have a sheared sheep and the wool is in your backpack. Okay. Oh, the weather just changed. It is now cloudy out. All right. So I need to go. I want to go check. The other sheep real fast. If I hit E here, will it shear this sheep? No. Okay. So we are going to try to figure out what's wrong with the sheep. Homeless, it's raining, so you're doing some cleaning while Homeless Junior plays Minecraft. Excellent. I had at one, and I think we still have a server for it, for Hightail. It's a great game. They were making content, and then it seems like they've kind of fizzled off, right? So everyone continues to go back to Minecraft. And it's just because Minecraft has so much you can do. But I really hope Hightail continues with their updating. It'll be nice, right? So, all right, we're gonna try to fix my sheep here. All right. We're gonna stop the game here so I can try to identify it. All right, I pulled up sheep. I know it, I already have it there, right? So that when it should be in here somewhere. What right here? Press E to shear. What about the Baba black sheep? I can make a black sheep if you would like a black sheep. Also, would Homeless Junior like to be in the game? We can just call Homeless Junior Homeless Junior. But would Homeless Junior like to be a character in the game? All right. Let's. She just jumped up and yelled, "Yeah!" All right, perfect. Homeless Junior can be in the game. Well, all Homeless Junior, unless there's some other persona name that Homeless Junior wants. The question then becomes, where does she want to be? Does she want to be hanging out with sheep? Just walking around over where your character is, which right now I have you over in the harbor. That kind of stuff. I guess what does she, Homeless Junior want to do? Yep. All right. She wants to hang out with the sheep. All right. Then that is what we'll do. We'll put Homeless Junior in the game. Does Homeless Junior have a persona name? Or just Homeless Junior? Okay. Perfect. Homeless Junior it is. I think I need to put in here, if there's no shear, I need to rearrange this, I think. So press E to shear. We say if no shears here, but I need to fix this. So this whole thing separates a little bit. And Sophie Treat. Hi, Soph. There it is. I'm reaching for the stream deck on the left side again. All right. Thank you for the Sophie treat. She thanks you. We're gonna do string with in our message. We're gonna set it to almost the same stuff. So maybe let me think about this. I want a blank. I want the alpha to be 0.6. All right, so I know I'm gonna copy this. Tab. All right. The battle is very silent today. She does. And we have Panuch and Brent brother competing for which one of them does the Sophie treat first, but they're taking a day off. That's all. Yesterday, they were even drawing stuff in here for it, right? Which was just pretty funny. All right, so we need to do draw set alpha. We're going to do similar to this. I want it to be a little bit different. So draw rectangle. I want underscore screen x minus r screen. No, minus text w2 divided by 2. Here I'm going to minus it by 4. Right? I said W2. All right. Hold on. W/2 minus 4. This is the one I want like a fraction of it. I only want it like halfway, roughly. So we're going to say screen y minus 16 instead of the 32 that's on the other one. And yeah. So screen x plus, I was trying to remember, plus. It's basically all this. Maybe we will just copy this. It's all this. Right? All right, let's look at this. So we have screen, draw rectangle, screen x 2 minus 4. This should have a line in front of it. So underscore screen y minus 16, comma, screen x plus text w2 there we go. With 2 plus 4 screen y minus, instead of the 18, we're just going to say leave it alone. Then I need to get rid of one of these. Does that look right? Why is it all highlighted? I probably have something wrong on here, but we'll fix that in a minute. Next, I'm going to do draw alpha. Set alpha, set it to back to 1. Then I want my draw, whoops. Draw, set, color. We're just going to make this white. C, white. And we're going to do the exact same thing here. Almost, except this is message and no offset. All right, why? I don't need this in double quote or double thing, and that might be my problem. Okay. There. So now let me double check down here. All this stays the same. I didn't have to worry about it. It was just trying to adjust here. All right, let's run it. Let's test it. If you don't have shears on you, the sheep should give you a message of you need shears, right? So says press E. Okay, so now it's showing up. We have press E to shear. We press E. Need shears to shear. All right. I don't know what just happened. Something flashed on my my chat there, and I couldn't see what it was. All right, so now let's go. Before I even collect the shear or the quest for it, let's go check the other sheep. These sheep are different. That is why. So I need to replace them. I think that's the problem. All right. Let's replace them. We need to open up room harbor. We're going to look at I think these ones, oh, these ones are just visual. I'm pretty sure. Instances? No, they are objects. But I don't know why. All right, let me look at room world. Try to look at these sheep. Objects. NPCs. Sheep. They are the same thing. But I'm going to replace these ones. And I'm thinking about it. Maybe I forgot to do the start code on those. And maybe that's part of it. Let me check that. World sheep variables is a baby sheep is not true. Sheep named sheep. Creation code. They don't have it. All right. Go back to the harbor. If I open this, look at the variable. It is set to true and not need. It needs to be not true. Variable not true. Variables. So I had set a flag on these sheep, whether it was a baby sheep or not, right? And this should be true. So that way you are not able to shear a baby sheep. I gotta do this on each and every one of these. So that's not one. I wonder if I copied it. If I copy this and paste it and look at the variable, is it gonna be set? Oh, okay. I could do it that way. Let's delete these ones, right? So, I see the notification. Ads are going to go off here in about a minute. When they do, I'm going to take a be right back. I'm going to grab some more coffee. It is time to uncover Arwen. All right, we're going to put some sheep over here. And these should be copying. All right, so that is correct. And we'll put a couple down here. All right, again, ads are just about to go off. As soon as they do, I'm going to take a be right back. And there they are. All right, I'm going to take that be right back. I will see everybody in a few moments. Get up, stretch, do what you need to. And I'll see you all in just a moment. Hang tight.
Doesn't feel like yesterday. It feels so far away. Now you're gone out of my life. You're gone without a fight. Simple things take more heart to lay it down.
Okay. All right, what were we doing? We were playing with the sheep. Let's start it up and make sure these sheep are, in fact, working correctly now. So it should be two things. We'll go and check it first to make sure the message shows up properly, right? Nobody has seen it? Yep. All right. Okay, so the message is showing up correctly. I do need to adjust where that shows up. No shears to shear. The more I say it, I don't think that sounds very good. All right, these are all showing up correctly. The babies just say sheep. Let's go get the quest. All right, so now we have the quest. We need to go get the shears. And part of this quest is if you haven't been over here yet, it will help you sort of explore a little, right? So we pick them up. They should be in our backpack. Found them good. Almost accepted they were gone here. Finished and sharpened. Good for about 20. I have it set to 20 uses before they go dull. Then what? Once they're dull, you take them to the blacksmith. He'll sharpen them. 3 times, sharpening them 3 times will make the blade give out entirely, and you'll have to pick up some new ones. So press E to shear. We shear the sheep. We can't shear the baby sheep. We'll come over here. Perfect. All right. Oh, and the shears are back. All right. So, issue. When you pick up the shears, I do have it set so that when you pick them up, they are destroyed, right? But when you reload, the room, the shears, when you, let me make a note up here. When where re-enters room, shears appear again. Right. All right. So we're going to have to make it so that that does not happen. All right, let's close it. We know all this is working, right? And we have wool. We only want the one, so we're going to have to put a check into it. This is my object for pickup lost shears. Up here, event inherited item, global lost shears, sprite index, lost shears. I think we need a check put here. So if global gleb shears returned, instance destroy. So that should work if you return them. But what if you leave the harbor, right? So you leave the harbor, but then you don't turn them in yet, and you happen to come back into the harbor, they are going to show up. All right. I think my flag is just wrong. It should be fine. I think it should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and start it and check out what happens with it. Secret Harbor, good morning. And Panooch, Sophie Treat, good morning to you. There she is, Sophie. All right, let me get this over here. There we are. All right. Thank you for the Sophie Treat Panooch. Oh, and I have a picture of it. I get to show you Secret Harbor. I was telling you about the GMRS radio that I installed, right? The GMRS radio for the Jeep looks like this. So it's got a handheld piece to it, cable, and the base radio is right here. So it goes near the shift on the side here. And that's where it is. Yeah, and so, I mean, like, it was a lot, right? I had to run the wiring up through here, underneath the dash, up on the back side of it, and it comes through this. Through near the firewall area, and then it's up on top here. And Sophie gets another treat. All right, let's switch back. There we are. You ready, Soph? Set. There we go. All right. Yeah, she loves her treats. And Panooch, you have beaten Brent today. Just letting you know. All right, we're going to go pick up the quest. I know, you gave him an hour and it didn't happen. So you beat Brent, but you weren't the first person today. Homeless was actually the first one. All right, so we're gonna do our super run to go find the shears. There we are. So these are the sheep that are in the game. There's the item, so we need to pick that up. Should be on us now. But if we leave, and we go back in, the shears should still be gone. All right, perfect. So now we're going to go turn them in, and then we're going to double check it again, because I don't want somebody to be able to pick up the shears and have it so that they still return, right? Where are we going for dinner? We're going to the barbecue place. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We really like that barbecue place. Yeah, and so we're gonna go there. But before we go there, we are gonna go back to the park. We're gonna go walk around the site where we got married at, that kind of stuff, just to stink up the place a little bit, homeless. And luckily it's outside, right? So you can air yourself out. But we're gonna walk around a little. We're gonna walk around a little bit and see the place, and then go over to the barbecue place. Yeah, it was. It was really nice. So, I don't know if Jeepin is around. All right, we turned the shears in. We should be able to do here. For Jeepin yesterday, right, for our 1 year, I got her this neat picture frame. It's unique, right? So the picture piece of it rotates, flips around, so you can have two different pictures in it. But then it also has this little heart medallion piece that hangs, and it has says our 1 year, and it says the number of days and all this stuff on there, and some other stuff to it, and it's really neat. Yeah, I thought it would be kind of neat. She can put it wherever she wants. Okay, so all this, and I also got her some sunflowers, and I've been liking these little crocheted, I don't know what they are, things. This one is a little piece of bread, and it says, instead of I love you, it says I loaf you, that kind of funny stuff. Yep. All right, so the shearing is working good, so we can go ahead and close that. And now we'll go back into the harbor. We'll come to here onto the baby sheep. And we need to edit our variable here. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I actually had to go and look on her shelf and try to figure out which ones I've given her. It's a crochet bread. So it looks like something like this. Yeah, it looks like something like that, right? It's got but it's holding a little sign, and it says I loaf you, So I find all kinds of like these little things, and they're not real big, so she's got a bunch of them all over. All right, we have baby sheep. We'll have to change the name on this one. There we are. And I think what we'll do is we'll take a couple of these and we'll put a couple of little babies somewhere else. There. All right. Now, when you shear the sheep, it takes about a day in game time for it to repopulate, and the sheep will all of a sudden have all its it'll get all its wool back. All right, so that one's working. The sheep stuff is working. Our inventory stuff is working, right? It's coming along. So we have multiple quests now, at least the initial part of the game. We need to come up with some more items and things that we'll need to find, right? The storm system is working because it's raining right now in the game. I do want to make it so that if it's raining, the people outside kind of go away, right? They hide. And I think I'll make it look like there's another building being built. I want a building at least down here as well. I need to make it so you can go into this building. I just don't know what's going to be in there yet. Oh, and you can hide behind the door. I need to fix that. They should get umbrellas when it rains. That'd be funny. I need to go in here. And the blacksmith area needs worked. Right? I'm going to move this tree down a little bit because it's clipping right here. And I'll move it down, and then you can enter the blacksmith shop. I heard somebody change shape. That must be you, homeless. It looks like you are the axolotl. Secret Harbor will be back in a minute. All right. We have that working. I think overall this is doing pretty good. Yeah. So there are new creatures starting to appear. Oh, I hate the blue screen. Just go away, blue screen. There we go. All right. Blue screen. One of the worst things ever. All right. So we have wolves now showing up, and every so often the wolves will do a howl, which is kind of neat. And we have a dungeon. Oh, it's a dungeon duel. Who is it against? It's Cheapin versus Homeless. All right. We're going to come in here. We're going to make it so it becomes nighttime. We're going to turn this on. The shop is opening now, and we can buy the item. Can I sell the item? I do need to make it so that this NPC will recognize that you have come returned. All right, so we can sell it. Perfect. Homeless, you might actually lose. Homeless is cheating. I mean, that could be too. I don't know. That's pretty close. Nope. Jeep in one. You lose 1 out of every 15. Well, you know, everybody's got a record. All right. Jeepin's cheating. I mean, you know, she's like a secret little hacker, so you know. All right. We need to figure out some other items, right? Let's bring this back in here. And then let's try to talk about what we were thinking about for items. Because we have gear still that we need to do. I think there needs to be some treasure. Right. Yes. All right, well, let's do a new one for items. We have our sheep shears. What other kind of like items should be out in the world? And what we should have a treasure chest, right? Treasure chest. Pepperoni pizza. All right. That is something, Jeepin, we have not had in a while, is pizza. It's been a little while. All right, so the only item right now you find in the world is the sheep shears that you have to do on a quest, right? To initially find. We have stuff that needs to be in a treasure chest, stuff that can just be out on its own. I guess once we start introducing new gear, helm, shoulders, chest piece, gloves, legs, feet, we'll have that gear. Like, you can start to find new things out there, or just pieces you can turn around and sell. But we need some treasure. Obviously, you'll find like coins. What about maybe you need to collect, you find plants that are for the witch, right? And maybe there's a quest in there as well. And maybe the witch is like, hey, you know, if you see these plants, I need them, you know, so you can make more whatever potions. And then once you make it for the first time or get them, then that potion is available for sale. Something, right? Let's see. We also added the wolf in as an enemy. Pineapple pizza. I love pineapple pizza. A particular someone does not like pineapple pizza. All right. So we can find like plants out there. Almost you don't either. You don't like warm pineapple, but it was the only pizza emote. True. I like pineapple pizza. And yeah, I don't see any other pizza emotes. All right, what else should yuck. I don't know. I like pineapple on pizza. Right? Hawaiian pizzas are good. Then again, I mean, I also think normal sour stuff is kind of sweet to me. So all right. Let's think about plants. So we have so far the sheep shears. We have maybe some plants that we can find. We need to make treasure chest so that you can find like coins and that kind of stuff out there, just random things out and about. You only like warm pineapple and pineapple upside down cake. True. And what's that? Octopus? Squid? You like squid? I like squid. Calamari's good. All right. Let's start to put some of the trees back. Now, the tree... Let's move it. Oh, and I need to fix this. Tomorrow you get to make peach cobbler. True. We have a lot of peaches that were given to us, and Jeepin is going to make some peach cobbler. All right, we'll put a tree there. We'll do one there. Now these should like be random on the tree types, right? So it should be picking up different ones, not just keeping on this particular image. So we're going to put in a couple trees. We are going to test it at that point and go check them out. All right. I think we'll put that one like right there. And we'll do one more, maybe like right here. There. All right. Let's do like one over here. Up, I hear jeeping down. The Arwen was like, "Hi." All right, let's run it and see how the trees look. I don't know. Jeepin just couldn't sleep. So she's up and moving and doing stuff, and it's not even 9 yet. All right. We have a tree there, tree here. I do not feel like these are switching around at all. Yeah. All right. Let's try to figure out what's going on with my trees, right? So, where did I put those? That's in props. Objects, trees, grasslands. There's only one, and it's this. It should be going between them. Oh, wait. So in the world here, if I open this one and look at the creation code, I don't have creation code on these. That would be why. All right, let me copy the creation code. Let me put the creation code in here. We're going to call this grasslands. All right, we're going to switch that. And what I have to do is I have to give it a item creation code to make it so that it automatically starts picking out trees that are listed in the array here. So the list, right? So now the next time we run it, it should be okay. They should show up as a random tree. There we go. All right. So now we have my green one over here. We have a couple different styles. There we go. Oh, and I got to fix this thing. But the trees now are a different like variety every time. So that should be good. Sophie is trying to get Jeepin's attention because when Jeepin comes down the stairs, Sophie feels like you haven't been here yet and given me a treat. Oh, she already gave her a treat. It's on the ground there. It's right there. Oh. Oh, there's one up there too. All right. She wanted the peanut butter treat. You can't tell we have a spoiled dog, huh? So spoiled, I know. All right, let's go back in here. We're gonna make Combi this. Let's put a couple over here. Turn that off so I can see. All right. And then we're going to end up having to do the same thing for some stuff over in the forest. All right. We'll put one there. We'll do one here. What's up, Arwen? Arwen likes, I mean, as much as Sophie does, right? Likes attention. And she likes talking to us now all the time. She's really hit kind of the bird maturity age. And absolutely enjoys everything, right? All right, let's put that there. Maybe we'll do another one over here. And that'd be all right. There. She likes company. She does. She loves talking to us. She thinks that when I stream, or when either one of us streams, we are actually talking to her. And so she talks back to us the whole time. It's just kind of how it works, right? She's like, oh, you're talking? It must be to me. And we'll put one here. We'll do one there. All right. So now we just need a couple trees right here. And we'll put one there. One on this side. Because you are in sort of the grassland plains area. Nice sort of forest, right? There. Now, are you sure those trees aren't a 0.0000 bajillion 1 millimeters off? I mean, they could be. They could be. Sadly, yes. All right, we have a tree hanging out here. We're going to move it. Let's put it here. And we'll move this one down. All right, there we are. We have trees everywhere. Now, when this official runs, it should make new style trees in all the different locations. So it should be good. Should, right? Let's run it and see what it looks like in the game with all these trees. And good morning, Kelvar. How is your Sunday so far? It's nice to see you. And Kelvar, what games have you been playing? All right, so all the trees look pretty good. I do think I need to rearrange some of the stuff here, right? So you can't get across this bridge, but I just don't want it to be a normal access into the Lost Forest, or I mean the Ancient Forest. So I have to come up with some stuff. All right, I think the trees look pretty good. This character is kind of like a watcher character. Sort of mysterious right now. I haven't quite figured out how I want to implement them. Kelvar, good. You're usually lurking, but sometimes you don't say anything, which is fine. You've been doing your normal ESO lately. Nice. Doesn't Elder Scrolls Online have something new coming out too soon, or did it just come out? I saw something about it. You like the trees? Thank you. Each of the trees really took some time, right? They are all on different frames, so they're not moving identically. And it's the same thing. So when you go into the Ancient Forest, there's different style trees here as well. Like these. But I like my grassland trees. I think they came out well. Tomorrow is update 50. There is the night market, which is a new group event zone, but that's been out for a month. I mean, it could have been a month, right? I just remember seeing some new stuff about it, that there was some new info, that kind of things. So, all right. I think we need to put some trees into the harbor now. Right? So to do that, we got a couple things going on. We're going to open this. We're going to do the creation code so I have it. But now we're going to visit the harbor. And we're going to put one of the trees here for that. I need an instance thing, and we're going to call it... what did I call it over here? Grassland trees. We'll just call it trees. All right. There. So, for those that like the sheep, I do have all these different sheeps out, and I have made baby sheep now. I'm also going to make a like a black sheep. And maybe some color variations on the white as well. Because they're not always solid white. They always sort of have a light brown to them. That kind of stuff. All right. Let's open up creation code. There we are. So we're going to call them zone grassland trees. And I think that would be fine. Because it's all still grasslands. Creation code. We need to put the grassland trees in there. So now, though, if I copy this and paste it, it should already have the creation code to it. It does not. So the other ones, am I confused? Like these all should have the code to them. They do. All right, look at all the creation codes in here. That's a lot. Arbor created. Okay, so now let's try it again. We'll put it one up there. I guess not. All right, so we'll just have to work on each one of these for some reason. It's fine. Here, what we'll do is we'll just place a bunch of these. All right. Have fun. You're gonna go now. Take care. I appreciate you being here, Secret Harbor. Hope you have a great day. Let's put one like there. We'll put one here. Have a nice dinner. Thank you very much. We are going to enjoy it. We really like the barbecue place. All right, we'll put a sheep, or I mean a tree there. It doesn't need to be covered in trees. But just want a few things, right? And you can get up here and walk around. So we'll have a couple trees up in there. All right. I think that looks pretty good. At least for right there. Maybe we'll take this one out. Let's just put that one over here. And we'll just make one right there. There we are. And there is stuff pretty much everywhere, right? This needs moved. Is that a visual asset? Yeah. Let's move it to there. Our tree, though, needs to be like right here. Arwen. And we'll have a couple that look like they're partially off. All right, we do have a cave up here. Oops. There. We'll put that here. We're almost done with the trees. And then we'll run it and see what it kind of looks like, right? Arwen. Do one. There. All right. That should be good. So we'll go ahead and run it and try them and see what it looks like. I bet they're all going to be the same still. Don't think they are. They didn't. I forgot to put the code in. Silly me. So, we go into the harbor. And we open up all the creation code for all these trees. I don't know if there is a better way to do this, but this is just the way I'm going to do this. Also, I see the ad notification, so ads are going to be here. Maybe about 30 seconds or so. And when they do, I am going to take be right back. I do need to fill up some coffee, grab a little bit more water, you know, all that stuff. I put in so many trees. All right, we have this. There we are. That should be the final tree. And ads are here. So I will see everybody in a few moments. Hang tight. Get up, stretch, do what you need to. And I'll see you all in a moment. All right. We are back. We have all our trees with our instant creation code set into them. So that should be good. We're going to start the game now, and we're going to check out what the trees look like, right? All right, I think those are all looking pretty good. Whoa. That's weird. Why is there a little player over here? Anyways, these are the wolves. I wasn't paying attention. And I still got to fix my battle switch. We're not looking at that right now. Some of the trees, I feel like, I think the problem was I did a big tree on it. Yeah. For the, like, what you can and can't walk through. All right. Anyways, I think that looks pretty good for the harbor area. I do need to do like street signs that say, hey, you can go here, where you are, that kind of stuff still. All right, let's close that. I think we need to adjust this. So I'm using just the tree green one. But I really think I need a smaller tree. Well, let's look at the mask, right? If we do that, and then compare it to, say, some of the smaller trees, I think the problem that I'm going to have is that the mask is going to be off a little bit on it. Yeah. So I think it'd be all right. I think this little, we'll just adjust it a little more. And that should be okay. All right. So now we have our trees stuff being done. I think we're pretty good there. We have a lot of stuff on there, so we're going to do a quick cleanup. Then we're going to save some of the code stuff. Make a quick commit. There we are. All right. I think we're going to switch music. What do we like or want? I was thinking, how about... if I can find it. Oh, there it is. There we are. We're going to switch it over to some chiptunes. It's kind of gamey music. All right, so we have people walking around. We have trees set up for the grasslands area, and that includes the harbor. And this is what I was talking about. I don't know, like, you almost need to clear this. Why? Just to get into here? I don't think so. I think maybe I redo this at some point and put in a little hut with a maybe some sort of, if I can, like a dock. And it could be like, I don't know, the fishing place or something, right? But you won't be able to access it until you fix the bridge. That's all. All right. Let's get some trees put into here. So let's go to the forest trees. We'll start to put these around. Now, we do have some 2 wolves already in the game here. We can put that like right there. All right, so now we're just going to do the same thing to this zone. Do that. And again, these are going to put in random trees since I have the array set. And you can't get up there, so it doesn't really matter. We'll put a tree there. Like that. Now, the witch, let me move the witch so that we can at least get her a little closer to where she is going to be, which is up here. Right there. like I want it tree covered, but I don't want it like, I guess, inundated where they're like on top of each other, unless I'm trying to make like a thicket area. All right. One of the other things that, let me look at here real quick, was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I do have number 3 missing. The reason being is number 3 for the forest is a big tree. So, for now, we'll put like one of these in here. I need to make objects for these. So we're just going to put some placeholders in. Like that. And then we'll mix some other ones around with it too. So all right. There. So now we'll go back and we'll copy our tree objects. And fit them around. At least now I know where I'm going to put these as objects. And we have to come up, I think I have an idea for a couple new enemies as well that are just going to be inside here, right? So you're just wandering around and doing stuff. You're just going to have some random enemies. Nothing that's even like quests related. But just stuff to I don't know, fill in, right? All right, this looks like I need to work on right here as well. So we'll have to make note of that. All right, we'll put it there. Okay, so that is the, oops, It's way over there. All right. There. All right, let's run through it, see what it looks like. Actually, we're gonna need our creation code. Now, seeing why is do the forest ones copy it, but I couldn't get the other ones to do it. I don't know. All right. Anyways. Yeah, because this is grasslands, and these are all the forest trees. Whatever. Let's start it. It's going to take it a minute to start it because I did a fresh clean right before placing those trees. All right, we'll go into our super speed here. There we go. That right here looks really bunched up. Oh, and I just heard the wolf, so that's cool. We're gonna move some of this. I'm doing it here so that next time we run it, it'll be fixed. All right. Oh, and you can see there's the wolf in there. We did move the witch, so she's over here. So if we make it nighttime, she should show up. Yeah. And like I said, this big tree right here is a placeholder. I have to make the object for it, and it should be fine. Okay, I think that's good. I don't know what happened here. So we're going to work on that too next. Yeah, I see it on here too. But I like the way the trees are showing up. The random generation on which tree it is pretty good. All right, hold on. There we go. Yeah, well, I got to fix that tree, but overall, I think it looks okay. Perfect. All right, let's figure out what's going on with some of the... I think it was right here. Yeah. turn off the trees. That is Ancient Forest top. I think if I do it on Ancient Forest middle, I think it'd be okay. Or not. There we are. That looks good. Okay. That should be all right there. It was right here that also was an issue. This is Ancient Forest bottom. There. Well, I think that fixes up some of the patches, except for right there. And we can try and figure out what's going on here. Yeah, if we do that, that might be all right. Maybe. Maybe we'll just fill that in there. Here? Yeah, that works. Okay. Perfect. So now we have a good, like, zones for where town is, where the ancient forest is. We have the harbor set up pretty good. We have sheep over here. Yeah. I think it's coming along pretty good. We'll put another one up there. If we grab one of these and kind of make it so it sticks out and over, I think it'll make it, it'll help blend it just a little bit. And you're not going to see the whole tree anyway, so I think that'd be good. All right. Perfect. I have quest 1, 2. The rats, the lizard, but not the cave. I did put some skeletons into the cave. right? Just trying to think here. Room, cave, marsh. I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the top level. So let's run the game. You should be able to make it into the cave on the top layer, right? So if you're in the top level, you should be fine. But also, what's right there? Let me move that. Let me fix whatever that is. Is it grass above? Yeah. There. All right. Next time this gets started, that area right there will be fixed. All right, so now we're in the marsh. I do have to come up with some other creatures to put into the marsh. And I kind of want this scenario down here to only show up after you turn in quest 2. But when you enter the cave, I do need to make it so that this doesn't show up. There's a skeleton. All right, so we can fight the skeletons. But it's going to make it so that you can wander around on the top level of the cave, right? But, and we'll just try to make it through here. We'll just run on all of them. I have to fix that. That should not be showing up until you are in the actual deep of the cave. Like the second level. Yeah, okay. So you can see all through the cave, right? When you go into the marsh deep cave, this is where you cannot see anything beyond here. And you need to go find a different way to see. And that's where the wisp will come in. Okay. Let's think about this for a minute. Every time you re-enter this, it is saying stuff about the light. So let's look up system lighting. And here we have zones, we have deep marsh, marsh, ancient forest, grasslands, marsh, cave, marsh, deep cave, and stinkiness comes out of nowhere. Jeepin'. You be stinking. All right, if we turn off... Well, that's not true. This is just the light, not the you can't enter system. Nope, not anymore. You farted it out. Excellent. Sunday toots. It's coming along. I really need to figure out some more items. I do need to make some treasure chests and start putting that out there. I want to make it so that you can find things you can collect, like pick up, and then sell. But it's coming along, right? So the story kind of advances you through it, the first 3 quests, and then you start really identifying that, though, there's an issue in the world, right? And the more you do in the deep forest, it starts to talk about it. So we need the light here, right? I don't know, the top level. Does it start to get dark and spooky? Yeah. So the lighting will be a little different in the dark ancient forest. You start to find and hear about like corruption and everything else that's coming out of the deep marsh, and you start running into more altered like style creatures. Yep. All right, but here I'm trying to make it so that I'm just trying to think it through. The top level of the cave, right? So the top level of the cave, you can enter and walk around, and you can fight some skeletons and stuff without needing the wisp. However, to see in the deep cave, right? So the level 2, you'll need the wisp. And level 2 is going to be somewhere in here where you find your fighting companion and where your first real boss is going to be. Yeah. What? This is just that. Where do I have? All right, I don't have anything in the Marsh's creation code. Let's think about this. What is the text? Dang. All right, let's start it again. All right, we'll run super fast down to the cave. It's too dark. So I need to think about that because all right. This is what I was looking up because I did a search for It's Too Dark and it brought me here. Let's think about it. If and the other issue I'm running into is here. Cave marsh there, but deep cave, right? I'm not entirely sure how I can specifically do it, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Sophie Treat, homeless. Thank you. There she is. I wasn't sure if you were down here. All right. Let's switch over. There she goes. Thank you for the Sophie treat. She appreciates it. All right, so if the room, Marshall 1 and Global Companion, I feel like this is kind of my issue. I have it in room start, right? So the problem then becomes as soon as I enter the room, it's going to tell me this. However, we need to change it. So we're going to add another condition into this. We say if room is room Marsha 1 and Global Companion rescued. And the Global Companion is not rescued. I read that wrong. I was like, wait a minute, that didn't make sense. So if the Global Companion, meaning the Wisp, is not rescued, you can't see it. So we're going to say object player dot y all right, so let's do. I'm kind of guessing that we may end up changing that. All right. Let's run it. So now when we enter the cave, hopefully it should not flag it. And make it so that we don't see stuff, right? We'll just run really quick down to here. We enter the cave now. Perfect. Oh, that's weird. That is a oh, I know why. All right. So now, it should be correct. So when we're up here, we're gonna have to make it all the way through it and run from all these guys. When we come in here and get to the second level, it should now tell you you can't see, it's too dark, and you need the wisp, or you need something, right? It's too dark to continue in there. There must be another way to light the path. There we go. Now I might add in here, maybe somebody in town knows about it. All right, so then you make your way all the way back out. You, we need to fix some of that too. All right. So the dialogue for that was under here. It's too dark. It's too dark. It's too dark to continue. There must be another way to light the path. And we're going to say maybe someone in town knows. Right? That way, it gives you sort of a direction to try to go with the player. And be like, oh, I need to go talk to people in town. So then we're going to have our town folk. Maybe somebody here will know it. Okay, so I think the way I'll do it is I will make one particular NPC have the dialogue for the cave, right? And they'll know it. But all the other ones will be like, nah, I don't know anything about the cave. You may want to talk to so-and-so. And that way you can start looking for that particular NPC. Yeah. I think that'll work. All right. Well, I think I'm kind of at a stopping point. What I will do at some point today is I want to work on some more items. I'm going to fix up the questing. So we fixed that, the shears there, but we're going to make it so NPC dialogue about the cave darkness. So we need to put that in today. All right. Yeah, I think that'd be good. And we'll try to work on some other items that are out in the world. But I am going to be switching off. What I'm going to be doing now is so I am installing this thing called bulletproof mounting into my Jeep, right? And what it does is it allows me to have devices like this up on the dash, and it makes it so it doesn't bounce around through like rocks and obstacles and all that stuff that we run into on the trail. So I'm going to be installing that. Now, today is slightly different. Jeepin normally streams around 12:30, but I think the goal today is for her to start about 11, because we are going out later this evening to celebrate our anniversary from yesterday, right? So, I'm pretty sure that's still should be, yeah, there she is. Yeah, should be 11. Do you what do you think you are, do you know what you're playing yet today? Crimson Desert. Excellent. Okay, so Jeepin will be on about 11 a.m. Mountain Time, so in almost about an hour. She'll be doing Crimson Desert, and I'm going to be switching over and going to work on the Jeep for a little while. Then I'll be back. I'd like to work on some questing and stuff like that for here, because my main goal is, I think after this weekend, I want to have another round of beta testing, right? And we're going to try to identify where we are. But let me see who we have on today. What about... All right, let me check this out. Okay. That person just ended right as I was looking to move into it. So I think today we'll visit Tomat here. All right. I appreciate everyone for being here, right? We got a few things done. We did get some scenery done. We did get some code fixes in, and yeah. But my goal is today to get in a little bit more design on some of the questing stuff, fix the wisp, and then it'll be a smooth flow all the way through at least the first 3-4 quests. and I think that'll be good for a beta testing, right? But I will be here tomorrow morning, same digital time, same digital place, so 7 a.m. Mountain Time, and we'll see what I was able to get done today, and we'll go over it, and then we'll continue working on things. But we're going to go ahead and visit Tumont, and I will talk to you all later, and I hope you have a great one. Thanks. Bye, Starfish. Thanks for thanks for hanging out. Hi, bye.